Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. How you guys? So, it is a new moon in Cancer, January 3rd, 2026. The ending of Year of the Nine and the beginning of Year of 10. Endings for new beginnings. New moon in Cancer is about emotional renewal. It's about focusing on home, family, roots, inner security. It's about encouraging deep introspection, nurturing your soul, setting intentions for your emotional well being. Being that Cancer is a water sign, it is about emotions. So, this is about letting go of people, places, and situations that are not nurturing, that do not allow you to grow emotionally in your roots, find inner peace, joy, things that make you excited. So, this message is about what needs to be let go and left in 2025 and what we need more of for emotional satisfaction for the new moon in Cancer. Yeah, moving on. Moving on. First place to start. Moving on. Moving on from, again, like I said, situations, relationships, jobs, anything that is not nurturing to you, that is not giving to you, that is not satisfying on an emotional level, needs to be let go of, collective. So that's a good place to start, especially when we're talking about matters of the heart, right? Our emotions are driven by the people in our life, by the jobs that we have, by our experiences with people, places, and things. So we have to leave things behind. We have to move on. We need to change family patterns, relationship patterns, so that we can start to heal those emotions, those deep rooted emotions that we talk about in shadow work, those traumas from childhood. But we can't heal those things if we are still sitting in the middle of the chaos. So we need to learn to move on, not hold on too tightly to a situation, a person, a relationship, especially if it's not emotionally fulfilling to us. Some people are okay with staying in situations that bring only material abundance, tangible abundance. But it's going to be important to nurture the heart space. Those things that bring, yeah, King of Cups, heart space, taking action, Knight of Swords. People are ready to move forward quickly when it comes to matters of the heart. Again, new moon in Cancer. This is about nurturing your emotions in a mature way. A lot of people are in King of Cups energy because I feel like in 2025, people have walked away and moved on from emotionally absent connections where people just felt taken advantage of. Again, some people have been comfortable in connections that were just based on material wealth, but I feel like those connections are having a lot of collapses. I feel like, yeah, I can't make this up. New love. New love is waiting for people who are brave enough, who have the courage enough to take that leap of faith. Yeah, wow. Look at that. Materialism. Exactly. Exactly what I was just talking about. People are staying in connections based off of money. And while it may seem abundant, luxury is in the reverse here when you are materialistic. Love is what brings that luxury, that true abundance. And like I said, love is waiting. It's waiting for those who choose it. But you have to move on from those connections, yeah, that are not nurturing, that are just based on financial gain. Eventually, those material things, those tangible things that seem important will be lost if there is not love that is keeping it together, a connection together. Yeah, equal give and take. Six of Pentacles. This is the energy that is needed in connections with this new moon in Cancer. Moving on from connections based on falsehoods, based on material wealth. There is no love involved in those type of connections, but there is new love that's waiting, that is available for those who choose it, who choose to take a leap of faith, walk away from being materialistic, walk away from connections just based on money, because it is irresponsible, because it does not create abundance long term. It may seem comfortable for some now, but that will change again if the heart is not evolved, if there is not an equal give and take in these connections. Yeah, like I said, new beginnings are available when it comes to matters of the heart if people choose it. Spirit wants people to move towards more nurturing connections because you manifest from your heart space. You manifest abundance from your heart space. That is where the true gain comes from. Yes, that is where new opportunities, progress can be made when your heart is involved. And this doesn't even have to be just one person. If you are single, this is about you choosing things that you are passionate about, doing things that bring you joy. That is going to create abundance. There will be new beginnings that open up for you. Some people are already waiting for their ships to come in because they have already been manifesting from their heart space. People want new love. People want new beginnings. So, again, that is what this new moon is about, creating your roots, longevity, emotional security. It comes from walking away from things, again, that do not nurture you, that do not give to you, that are not emotionally satisfying. Yes, that, yeah, walking away from things that are neglectful. Some people are in situations because they feel obligated to be. Some people are in situations and they are invested in the situation. So, again, when it comes to their material world, they are comfortable. But I'm pretty sure it takes so much to balance. A lot of people are stretched thin between work and home, which leaves a little time to care for themselves. But because maybe you've been doing it for a long time and you've been able to maintain it, this is what you know. And people don't like to change that. People are comfortable in their uncomfortableness. It's what I say all the time. Because of how it looks to external people around them. It looks good on paper, but a lack of love is not going to give them longevity. Yeah, that's the lie. That as long as they put in time, effort, as long as they work their fingers to the bone, everybody's going to be happy. We're going to be able to buy that house. We're going to be able to maintain this big home. We're going to be able to buy new cars. We're going to be able to buy new clothes. See, all the material things that people are working so hard for is easily obtained when you are doing something from your heart space. Yeah. New moon in Cancer is asking people to focus on more nurturing connections, things that are more passionate. Yes, things that are more liberating mentally. Again, because you can work your fingers through the bone all you want, but there is no liberation, there is no freedom there because you have to work so hard to keep something going, whether that is a job, whether that is a relationship. Yeah. And people sit in regret as they work so hard for material gains. Four of Cups. Emotional dissatisfaction. Confirmation. Material wealth does not give you emotional satisfaction. And again, new moon in Cancer, this is about emotional renewal. It is about figuring out what is truly giving to you and nurturing to you and walking away from what is not. Not holding on to something, again, based off of money. Yes, Ten of Swords. Eventually, it will end. Eventually, you will no longer be able to hold on to that material wealth that you worked so hard for, to the point sometimes of your own detriment, especially if there's not love involved. And people are being asked to take a leap of faith, to be the fool, for a fresh start. Again, renewal. This is what the new moon in Cancer is about. Taking a leap of faith towards a new beginning so that you can find love, create new opportunities to do something passionate from your heart space, to create new connections, new friendships. That is where joy lies. That creates emotional abundance. That's what's needed. So, what do you need to walk away from when it comes to matters of the heart? What do you need to walk away from, collective, when it comes to your connections right now in order to find more nurturing? Yeah, you need safe love. This is what this is about. Feeling safe in your heart space, having trust, security, feelings of home. That is Cancer energy. Yeah, safe love. This is what people are craving. I don't care what people look like on the outside. I don't care how much they smile, how much they seem happy in those connections based off of money. Safe love is absent. This is what is needed. New moon in Cancer. Yeah, this is what is needed. Soul contracts, soulmates, partnerships, spiritual unions. This is what's being asked, people to look towards truer connections. Yeah, new love. I can't make this up, you guys. Having fun again. In these connections based off of finances, there's so much work, there's very little play, and there's not that feeling of emotional connection, of excitement anymore, because the goal is just get into the bag. The goal is just to maintain this money, wealth, this look of wealth and abundance, but it's lacking. It's lacking this fun aspect. And most of these type of connections, you don't even date anymore because everybody's working or everybody's worried about where the next dollar is coming from. The lack of emotional connections. Yeah. And people are starting to see when there is a lack of a true emotional connection. It's easy to spot it. It's easy to see it. It's easy to see it. And people are paying attention to people who have emotional satisfaction. Yeah. People are surprised, collective. They're surprised about the fact that if you choose something and it makes you emotionally happy, it also brings abundance. Again, because people felt like as long as, there was money involved, there was going to be love. No, people are hiding how they truly feel in these connections based off of money while thinking about other people that they feel emotionally connected to. They are feeling lonely in these connections just based off of financial gain, hiding the fact that they are in love with another. Again, because they're more concerned about how it looks on the outside. So if I stay with this person who also has money, and then I have money, and then we can buy all these things, then we can create this illusion that we are happy. We can create this illusion that the home is a happy place to be. And when we're talking about matters of the heart, new moon in Cancer, Cancerian energy, having a safe space, having a nurturing home, these are the things that are most important to Cancerians. As hard as their shell may be as a crab on the inside, it is about their heart space. It is about their emotions. It is about being nurtured. And there's so much neglect that happens when connections are just based on finances. Yeah. Clear mind, clear heart. That is the truth. This is what is lacking in these connections. And people are longing. Yeah. Looking within. This is what people know. People know this. They know that they're hiding their feelings, that they know that they want safe love. They know that they are missing that emotional attachment, that emotional connection with another, but they hide their feelings. They hide their true feelings because they're more concerned about material gains, material wealth. But they know. People see the truth deep down within them. And it's heartbreaking that people deny their heart. Yeah. Somebody wants to reach out to somebody wants to communicate or make a plan to communicate. Somebody is getting to the point where they are tired of pretending, where they are missing someone so much to the point where they are ready to express their feelings. Because, see, this mask is starting to crack. It's becoming harder and harder to pretend not to have feelings because there's not enough money in the world to replace teamwork love. Huh. Thank you, Spirit. Partnership, true partnership. That is where love is created, not money. Money can never replace that type of connection, that type of fulfillment. That is wish fulfillment, especially with Cancerian energy. And holding on to these connections just based on money will eventually leave these connections without, empty. And that's how it already feels, empty, constantly chasing the next dollar to fill a void that cannot be filled with money. Hmm. You know, love is the highest vibration. And it's not just a saying. Two people in this type of connection can manifest so much because their heart space is on the same page, because their heart space is vibing on the same frequency. So, what do we need more of in this new moon in Cancer? Purpose. Knowing what you are here to do. Purpose. When you are doing things from your heart space, you find purpose. Creativity with your imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. You become more creative when you use your heart space. What else? It's time to let go of the things that are not nurturing. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Not being afraid to take a leap of faith towards a renewal. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Trusting in yourself, believing in yourself. And stop denying. And you see how hard that flew out, right? This is the energy. Stop denying what you know to be true deep down in your heart. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. You know that you want love, that you are lonely, that you are lacking emotional connection, and there's not enough money in the world that can replace that. Yeah, pride is getting in the way, pride and ego. You don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. You have to have more pride in who you are and love yourself enough to choose you, to know that you deserve emotional satisfaction, gratitude, being thankful for the life that you have and the opportunities that are present and not taking them for granted because you fear the unknown, because you want to show people that, you know, you have succeeded in what? Buying stuff? There's no success if there's emotional dissatisfaction. And this is about honoring your own health, physical, mental, emotional health, honoring your vessel. Finding balance. There's a lack of balance because there is no emotional balance here. Fear is stopping you from being happy. And maybe you need to forgive yourself. Allow yourself to be happy. Stop judging yourself. Again, the new moon in Cancer is about walking away from things that are not nourishing to you anymore. Finding emotional satisfaction, inner peace, joy. Yeah, it's going to take hard work. You're right. New moon in Capricorn. But it'll pay off. See, when your hard work is put in the right place, you reap the rewards. Some people don't want to work hard. But see, again, this is about what the new moon in Cancer. This is about creating a safe space for your emotions, for the people that you love with all of your heart. It is about nurturing those emotional connections that matter most. And not denying that. A time to give rather than take. People have been taking from you, taking from you. You've been working hard to be taken from. Huge new moon energy. Time for renewal, especially in your heart space. You're very close to achieving your goal. I feel like some of you guys are starting to, again, have this inner knowing that money is not enough. Money doesn't bring balance. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Look at all this new moon energy. Cancer, Libra, balancing out your heart chakra, bringing balance and love into your life. New moon in Pisces, more water energy. Look at all of this new moon energy. Bottom of the deck. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. The divine is waiting for you to decide that you are ready, for you to take that action. And I feel like you are closer to taking this action because you are now realizing that there is a lack of love involved in the connection that you are in. I feel like you are slowly becoming unable to deny that this is what you desire. That teamwork type of love. And again, it cannot be found in money, in finances. It just can't. And you can work so hard for 40 years, for 50 years, for 60 years for a whole bunch of stuff and end up alone. When survival in this human experience is based on being loved, nurtured, cared for, encouraged, comforted. It's about feeling safe in the arms of another. This is what is needed in this new moon in Cancer collective. Material wealth is not going to get you there. It's time to add more love into the equation. 2026 is here. And Spirit said, it's time for new beginnings. The opportunities are waiting for you. You're at a crossroads. You're at a threshold of a new venture. But your passion is the key to unlocking what's next. I love you, collective. More love. You won't regret it. Until next time, you guys. Bye.